laughcast.com presents.
This Delinquent Life. We're back. I think it's episode 7 something. It's going to be a great one. It's a packed house tonight. We're talking about the topic of the topic is genetics this episode, and that's a bunch of stuff. I think to me it just reminds me of X-Men and mutant powers, and if I could have mutant power, I would like to stretch, because I think that's cool and underrated. And other things with genetics could be like genealogy, or where your genetic, your ancestors, right? And I found out my last name is Stenta, and that means in Old Italian to walk slow and heavy, which I think means that most of my ancestors were drug addicts, and they just were like, you're Stentas, you walk funny. And it holds up. But let's see. I'll bring on the co-host and see what he thinks about genetics. Let's give it up for Bino Brogdon. Yeah. Woo.
Stenta, what up?
How you doing?
You'll never know which number this is.
I think it's one of them. It's
6
we're
or
under
7.
10.
You see what I got today? See this?
You have a coat?
It's called Pure White.
You like white things?
Pure White Hennessy. Pure White Hennessy.
80 proof.
It's 80 proof, 40% volume. See, the thing, this is the special story about this. It's twofold. You can't get
twofold.
This, you can't
So
get
there's
this in
two
Americas.
things.
Yeah, you can't get this in the Americas. And I have
Canada, you can't get it, or just North America?
All
what about
all
Central?
I know is about USA.
There's a bunch of Americas.
You can't get it in the USA.
You have South America. Cuba's something. I don't think it counts, but I'll count. So where'd you get it?
So my cousin went on a cruise, so she stopped by Antigua and Bermuda and that. So she went to one of them islands and got me some white Henny.
Speaking to Mike, stupid. I mean, Bino.
You had it right the first time. She got me some white Henny. And the second part of this is my family.
So it was a gift.
Well, I had to pay for it, so it wasn't really a gift. But she got it for me.
That's a terrible gift.
She was
okay.
thoughtful. She was thoughtful. It was
kind of half
$52.
thoughtful.
$52.
Not completely thoughtful. 50%.
My family has a history of alcoholism, and I think it's in my genes to be downing this Pure White right now in one sitting.
You think it's genetic?
It might be.
That's the second fold. Let's bring on our first guest. That was a terrible story. No, you guys like our first guest is a very lovable person, but he would hate someone saying that about him. But I think it might be. What do you think?
I don't know who it is.
It's that guy who's smart. Let's give it up for Brandon Gorin, everyone.
Gorin, what up?
Hey guys.
Yeah.
So it's a nice little story here. Gorin said, I want to be on your podcast. He posted that on Facebook. And
Yep.
Stenta took the bait, of course.
No, I like him. He's an interesting person, and he definitely fits the bill of the show, I think. But what do you think about genetics?
So I was driving here, and you told me to think about genetics, and I am not necessarily smart, but I like smart people a whole lot, and I like to listen to what smart people say. And what I think is really interesting about genetics is it's one of those few things. I think the stuff we blame on genetics usually isn't genetics as much as we want it to. How we think, how smart we are. I think that's more the world, and the stuff we want to blame on not genetics, our dick size, how our hairline is way more genetics, and you can't control that stuff with a pill. So I find it really interesting that the stuff
you can control some things with pills. I don't know. Do the dick pills work?
No, the dick pill. Well, the dick pills that make you hard work, but some of the dick pills that make you hard work, but the ones that make you bigger don't make you bigger.
So you think dick size is genetic alcoholism, then maybe not?
Okay, I've been thinking about this a lot. I don't know if addiction is necessarily genetic, but wanting repetition is, and really being into like positive feelings also could be. So it could be.
Who doesn't like dopamine? It's great.
So it's addictive.
What?
So repetitive behavior is addictive.
Yes, but it doesn't necessarily. But it could be other stuff as well. It's
well,
also
people like high stress things, right? They like attention deficit seekers. No, that's the wrong words.
So what's that have to do with genetics?
What do you mean?
He's saying like if your genetics predispose you to want to repetitive tasks and whatnot, you might be more likely to be an alcoholic or an addict.
Yeah, exactly.
I think that's what he. Yeah.
It's not as a direct thing as I think we necessarily think. I also really like that DNA was found on LSD. I think that's a great little note. The structure of DNA was used with microdosing.
I like microdosing. I'm a fan of that.
I wish I could microdose. I can't.
You take a little dose of maybe shrooms or acid. I think it's better with, but that's what they're doing in Silicon Valley now when they program, is what I heard on the internet. Is it true? Who knows?
A lot of scientists microdose.
Yeah, because they're smart like me.
What's that? What's microdose?
You know drugs that you've done before, might have done. I don't know what you do, but like psychedelic drugs. If you do a lot of them, you trip your balls off. If you do a little bit of them, you can work longer and better and be happy.
That's microdosing.
Yeah.
But it's a very small dose. It's
have you
so
ever had
hitting your bong, on your bowl, like
once
or twice?
Like
but with weed, it doesn't work because weed you need to smoke a lot.
Weed is a low level psychedelic, like
I don't think you
LSD.
need to smoke a lot. I mean, I don't
Weed
smoke
is a
weed,
low level
but
psychedelic.
I smoke weed. You're low level. I'm first class. No, I'm just being mean. But
Exactly.
so what? So you don't think much. So you think it's if you have shitty behaviors, it's probably bad parenting and not genetics.
it might be not necessarily. I don't want to say bad parenting. Because a lot of people who have shitty behaviors have great parents, and a lot of people who are great have shitty parents.
I want you to generalize.
I'm not good at generalizing.
But he said
really.
he doesn't think genetics is that big of a deal.
Is what?
No, he thinks it's a big deal. He just thinks when you blame it on something, it's like, well, it might not be. There's other factors.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Yes.
Like, like the government's a piece of shit, so if you're a piece of shit, you just blame the government and not your genetics? There's always someone to blame, right?
I have no idea what you just said. That's like a kickflip of a sentence. Like, I have no idea how you even got there.
I don't skateboard.
I don't either.
Let's spread the love.
Kickflip's a skateboard rapper.
Spread the love.
We have more guests. Let's give it up for you. Introduce something. You're a co-host.
I don't know who the hell is next.
Yeah, I'm going to grab my beer and bring it closer to me. Is that okay?
Come on, Brandon.
Do it. Give it up for Brandon Jackson. He's very funny Delaware guy. You're from Delaware, I think. Yeah, and he looks
I grew
very
up in
nice.
Pennsylvania, though.
What's up, Brandon?
Pennsylvania?
Yeah, I grew up in Lincoln University, Pennsylvania.
Did you like it?
I liked it. You could go outside and find a snack hanging off a bush.
Ah, you like berries. Berries are cool.
Yeah,
or are you
man.
talking
So
about
HBCU is in your genes.
Yeah, so I was being a college educated person was always like right across the street from me. That was always a reality.
Is that good?
Yeah, I guess so. I'm an academic. I wouldn't have made it in the streets, so it's probably best.
You could surprise yourself. You never know.
If I
when you
made
gotta
it in the
do
streets,
it, you do it.
If I would have made it in the streets, I would have been a terror because it wouldn't have been. There'd have been no kind of like coasting. I would have had to go full tilt. That's the only way I would have survived.
So so that's interesting. That sounds like your predisposition towards your environment and how you react to your environment. So, but what goes into that predisposition is your genes, your genetic makeup.
Mm-hmm.
Do you even know what you just said?
So which one? So
what the hell is he talking about?
So is it the environment or is it genetics that we should be focusing on?
I think environment is much more important, in my view, because it determines. Like, I think your genetics may determine like what kind of role you play in the environment, but the environment determines exactly the life you lead.
Okay, but let's say we're in X-Men universe and you had a genetic mutation. What superpower would you want?
Oh, fuck. You know what? I asked myself this one time, and it was to be able to say the funniest thing you could possibly say at any moment. And that's when I knew I wanted to be a comedian.
You're a hack. That's terrible. He likes that.
That's an awesome
Well, what
comment.
about you?
If I could have any like genetic superpower,
Yeah.
like it can't be like a mystical thing. I can't know magic.
You could know magic, but you'd have to explain why that was a genetic thing. Like Doctor Strange he was in Marvel Universe, but he wasn't a mutant. You understand? It's different.
Yeah. If I could have any genetic superpower, I think the ability to like make fire or like just make things hotter would be really nice.
Yeah.
I just want to ruin other people's day.
That's
if
a
I
good
could just
answer.
like,
Oh,
if
I
we-
thought you were gonna go with cooking. It's like I just want to make some omelets on the go. That's where my break. But you just want to ruin days.
yeah, no, just like standing in line and someone's like suddenly like way hot and they're like, "What's wrong?" And I'm like, "I don't know. I feel
They just
very
start
comfortable."
sweating. You don't even mean burning. You just mean making them sweat.
I just want to. Also, being able to like move forever might be nice.
Okay.
Or forever. What does that mean?
Like if you could run real fast for like a long period of time.
you
not
mean
just-
like
yeah.
Nigerian?
Stamina. You want
Kenyan?
Mute,
Well,
What
like
does
so,
that mean?
well, I'm not
You
gonna
went
say
wrong,
that.
racist.
you want mutant strength stamina.
Yeah, I'm not. Yo, no,
Yeah, it's
like,
definitely 90.
He wants to be able to bang for 7 hours.
that sounds terrible.
Yes,
Yeah.
25
I'm
minutes
actually
and out.
like that.
I get that.
That Nightcrawler shit was pretty hot. I like that
Teleporting?
power. Yeah.
And then you can micro teleport.
Yeah, exactly. I can micro teleport, or I can micro dose while I'm micro teleporting. But that
He's-
probably defeats the purpose.
No, that would make you very, very smart, I think. Because you would be worldly. Because you're on
Yeah,
drugs while you're in the...
micro. You can do
vortex.
that sober. You don't have to micro dose.
Well, it's magic abilities. But what do you think about genetics? Before Bino started rambling about dispositions.
Genetics. I don't know. I don't think about this. I was thinking about, like back in it, like 100 years ago, like a lot of people, like a lot of black people, if they could pass, if they were light skinned enough, they would pretend to be white so that they could pass in regular society without having any fucking problems. And I think if they had come up with DNA testing like 200 years ago, that would have been the first thing they used it for. It was try to find these motherfuckers.
Yeah, like, you
That would've
don't
been-
count. We get your shit. Yeah, that would suck.
It was like because they had the one drop rule back then, which is like if you had one drop of black blood in you, that meant you was black, which really would have people would have ran for the hills if that shit would have came out. They really had to enforce that.
Oh, no, yeah, but if you had enough shit, you wouldn't let them test you, you know? Like, you're not stupid, right?
True. I think that's how some people stay out of jail to this day.
Oh, yeah. You
People
just
would-
have that money, you say, eat a dick, and then you just give them money and you win, right? Keep it moving. But,
That shit's so
so what
silly.
superpower would you want? Genetic super...
What's telepathy? What's that?
That's when you can read minds and talk in
I
the
want
minds.
I want the one where you could go to somewhere else. Is that teleporting? Like
Teleporting,
Nightcrawler?
and then you
I
also
like
have
that.
telekinesis where you can like move shit with your
No,
mind and you
I
like
don't
the
wanna,
pencils.
I don't want to move. I want to move personally. I don't want to move nothing.
You
So
just
I
want to
to teleport.
bother people by talking in their
No,
brains.
I like to teleport.
Oh,
I
okay.
want to teleport.
I
That'd be cool.
still go with stretching. I think stretching is cool.
Yeah, I thought that was kind of corny. It's stretching.
You
What
would,
do
because you're slight.
What do you
don't-
have in mind when you say you want?
I could scratch my back. I could grab things from far away.
Would
like
you be able to
yards.
stretch down as well? Could you
Yeah,
squish yourself really
like
small?
Elastic Man?
Yeah.
How far could you stretch? Like infinity stretch?
Well, if I could, that'd be great. But I would take 6 feet. But yes, infinity would be amazing.
The simple man.
If I could smack someone from France and I was here, who wouldn't do that? You could put like a camera on your hand. Like, yeah, you could rob people while I'm doing a show.
Infinity stretch sounds all that, but did you have in mind infinity stretch?
I have in mind all
I
types
think you
of
had.
stretching.
I think you had 6 foot stretch.
No, I said I would take it.
No,
I'm not greedy.
So no, originally when you said you want to stretch as your mutant ability, were you
What
thinking
is-
6 foot or infinity?
Infinity, obviously.
Yeah, right.
Like Mr. Fantastic.
what are you gonna accomplish stretching beyond a certain point?
Would you want all of your body to stretch?
All I'm looking for.
Then you're just expanding. That's growing.
That would be weird, but I would be okay with that. But to answer your question, I would just be looking for happiness, you know, because I could stretch.
So
I wouldn't be
happiness-
looking for money.
Yo, do not look for happiness. Happiness
can we
is
get
stupid.
Can we get somebody else's
You're
take
depressed.
on genetics?
Yeah,
We
I'd like
can.
to.
I'm sick of listening to you. Who else we got?
Shut up. Our next guest is a very funny guy. He runs things all over somewhere. Let's give it up for Sylis P.
Sylis, what up?
Yeah, you can do it.
Hey, hi, how's it going?
Genetics, what do you think?
I don't know. Sorry, that thing is there. I don't know too much about genetics. I looked at like a Wikipedia page on the way here, and it reminded me of like 7th grade science classes, and it reminded me that there's like recessive and dominant traits. And I know like, okay, so each parent has like the recessive traits and the dominant traits, and then they make you. I think I'm the first person to ever come from like a whole bloodline of recessive traits. Like, I think at this point I'm just like a paper origami swan that's gonna fly away at some point and just like.
So
hurl into
you're a
nothing.
miraculous failure is what
Yeah,
you're saying.
yeah. Against all odds, I've somehow managed to make it this far.
I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So genetics has a big part in your like existence right now.
Well, no, all of our existence,
I
whether
think
we
that's
wanted
the
to or
only-
not. Yeah, that's
I
kind
think
of
that's the only way you exist.
that's kind of the name of the game.
That's the coolest thing about genetics is we could all be traced back to the original things.
Yeah. That'd be fucked up if you had that non-existent gene.
Non-existent
It would
gene.
suck.
That's super recessive.
Yeah, I think
It's a crazy mutant.
you know what?
ability.
I think I found my superpower. I want to have non-existent genes where I just can't be traced back to anything and I can't be held accountable for anything.
For some reason,
Oh.
when you said non-existent
You
genes,
should just
I
run
just
for
thought you meant like not wearing
Any
pants.
political office.
That too, yeah, just
No jeans.
straight up chinos.
What did you say? Political office?
I said if you don't want any accountability, just run for any political office.
Yeah.
And apparently they don't get in trouble. Well, some people do get in trouble. I'm always surprised.
Yeah,
if
it's
they
the
actually
ones
get in
who
trouble for
whistle
something.
blow and say you guys are crooks, and they go to jail, or the ones who piss off the other crooks.
That's what I think that is.
You just have to be the best crook, right? What do you?
No, unless you're or you're like really bad at it. Though remember
Yeah, that's
that guy
gotta be
from
it.
remember that guy from Chicago who was like
Yeah.
He had a Blagojevich.
yeah,
Oh,
Lago- yeah.
oh, yeah.
He was
yeah,
on
yeah.
Dancing with the Stars, right?
Was he?
Wait, that was he?
Blagojevich, yeah, and he kept like acting like he was innocent, even though he was like just got out of jail. He was like, "I'm still gonna run again." That guy had balls. I liked him.
That-
Those guys
Yeah.
are always crazy.
He was a straight up.
Maybe
crook.
he comes from the
He-
family of having a
it-
family who has balls.
If there is
well, he's a male. 50% of us have balls, sir. Well, all of us here, but you know what I mean.
If there is corruption in the government, which in the ideal world there's no corruption, I do want his variation on corruption, which is like leave $100,000 in a parking lot and then like I'll go pick it up in 2 hours instead of like shaking hands with businesses. Like I want it to be like cloak and dagger shady. I at least want it to be crazy interesting.
But I think that's it. I think you have to be dumb enough to get caught and then also be so outside of the shit that you can't take anybody else down with you.
Mm-hmm.
So I think
Or
that's the
so
space that guy
yeah.
So
was-
does humanity have an evil gene?
Yeah, well,
Dude,
it
you're,
depends what you mean by evil. We have,
Yeah, what do you mean by that?
There's,
It seems like it's
I don't
corrupt-
believe in.
Corruption.
what-
We're aggressive.
I believe in
Maybe
the
people
Chris
just
Rock
fucking like
philosophy
money.
on it, which is when he says a man is as faithful as his options. I think that's
You were ruthless. I disagree. You guys are just chasing the wrong things. I'm just so much better than you. No, I'm kidding. I
So
think
that's
I'm
an
a good
opportunity.
person,
That's an opportunity. That's a what?
I think I'm a good person, but I feel like under the right circumstances, I do some fucked up shit.
Opportunistic.
well,
gene.
when you gotta survive,
so we have the
sure.
opportunistic.
But I
gene.
think power. I think you're in a place of power. You take advantage of people because you just
There was
You
this,
can.
There was this.
you lose empathy in that state.
There was this study that happened a little bit ago that found out that people act very differently around different groups of people. Like, we're less consistent than we like to think we are. We act one way with one group of people and another way, which makes sense when you say it, but it's kind of worrisome when you think about, like,
Well, you
okay,
have to.
who
Is
am
that-
I at
is-
my heart, though?
Is that
But
us
if you're
being
around-
opportunistic?
Like if you have a job and you're working with a bunch of suits, you can't just be like, "Hey, fuck you." And even though when I see you, I can be, "Hey, fuck you. How you been,
That's
fuck
not-
face?"
I mean,
that's like pretty
you
rude
kinda
to
can,
say that.
though.
Why would
It's
you say
rude in a
fuck
good
you?
way.
But who are
You
you?
don't get
actu-
me.
If you are if you act so differently, and all I can judge you by is your actions. That's really all I can judge you by. Who are you consistently?
Consistently, the most. I guess it depends on who you are. What do you do? How many?
No,
different
who are you?
faces?
'Cause I'm
Me
asking you
personally?
I think
too.
it's who you are consistently when you're not around people.
Is that who
Wow.
you really are? Like when you're alone, that's
Well,
who
that's
you.
what they say
No,
about
'cause it-
character. They say that's the definition of character. It's
I
what
think
you do
that's
when
psychotic.
No one's,
No
yeah.
one's watching.
Which,
Right.
But I
which,
think that's not being alone. That's what do you
When
do?
nobody's watching, I
what do you-
push babies.
What do you do when you know you
Psycho.
won't be held accountable for their actions? So it's not even because there's people that get caught doing things, but they know they're not going to get in trouble for it, so they do it anyway, even though people can see them doing it. It's what you do when you know you can't be held accountable for what you do.
But even if 99% of the time
So
you're
it's what you do
somebody else,
if you was an invisible man. Is what you do. That's what we're trying to say.
I don't know.
You think invisible? Like
You still can't go around assaulting
Um,
people just because
it's
you're
that
invisible.
Ideally,
it's somebody
yeah.
else. We got to get somebody else in this discussion. It's that time.
Fine. You want to bring up our next guest? You know who he is?
So you got it.
Oh, you're the worst co-host ever. You don't do any. Let's give it up for Ryan, Mr. Ryan, Mr. Ryan,
Mr. Ryan.
K. Everybody,
K.
give it up for Ryan K. Yeah.
yo,
Ryan.
you need a beer, dude?
Sure.
Cool,
Yeah,
pass it over.
Definitely.
Oh,
What's going on,
You're
guys?
making me do
Oh, can I
things.
get a beer?
Yeah,
This
absolutely.
is social.
Genetics. What do you think?
Well, I'm glad you had me on because I'm clearly a genetic specimen here. I don't know. I always think it's it's like funny with genetics, like because I always wondered what it's like
Open it like far away because it might be
to
shook up.
be a good-looking person, because like they don't ever spend a second of their day worrying about like, you know, I wonder if my genes could be better, where I just spend every waking moment just like sleepless nights just thinking like how I have these man tits, and like everyone tells me I look like my dad and he looks like shit, and it's like,
So just a long line of looking like shit is what runs in your family.
Is man tits genetic?
you think two beautiful people made this? Like,
I don't know how things work. I'm sure
oh, that's what we're
Is
trying
man
to figure
is
out.
man tits genetic?
you could just be
well,
an
I
ugly
mean-
duckling.
Yo,
I think it's also
wait. Let me
edibles.
say this: you are not an unattractive man.
Okay, there we
Oh,
go.
thanks.
Like you have like a boyish charm.
A boy's charm.
Yeah.
That's the biggest insult.
Was that ever in dispute?
That's not an insult.
Every time I stop to use the turnpike rest stop, I am eaten alive by gentlemen. So I see where you're coming
Yeah.
from. It's very nice to have this boyish
So older
face.
men like touching you.
Yeah, I mean, who wouldn't? This
So
is
you were just
smooth.
talking crap about yourself, and now you're all cocky about.
Well, that's not my
older-
target
Hey,
audience.
If you were getting that much restroom tail, you would be too. So.
Yeah,
Tell
they
'em.
love the man boobs.
Truth, facts.
that's not who I'm trying to attract here. You know?
Sure. So you would prefer? So you think you got shitty DNA, Lotto, as far as looks, but maybe better at other things? Like your eyesight is good, right?
it's perfect. I've heard.
That was a glasses joke. You get it?
I don't think they did. I don't know.
No, it wasn't a good joke.
It's a visual joke. Good thing it's a visual podcast.
I think
You
it was
can
more about
see
the
that.
I felt like
timing.
you directed
of
that
it.
to me.
Yeah.
Did I get it? I felt like you directed that to me.
You don't get any jokes.
felt like you d- I
Your
felt
sense
like-
of humor is like.
I felt like you directed that to me.
It's like.
I got it.
I was surprised invisibility didn't come up sooner.
That's
with,
the creepiest one, I think. That's
Yeah,
like.
everyone
It's
wants to
Trump's
go there.
America. Make it yours.
Oh, that was super rapey. Not even close to.
I didn't vote. You guys all set the president for me. I mean, I don't know. Like,
So what do you?
Oh yeah, we have a non-voter here.
Well, I don't care. I'm not talking about voting now. I'm already.
Why did you not vote?
Because he has low IQ and people don't like him.
right.
That's not a reason to not
But
vote.
perfect eyesight, so it's
That's
like
why
yeah,
most
it's,
people
it's all
do.
about give and
I mean,
take.
wait,
you know?
I have. That's a real. I never
Yeah.
understand why people don't vote. Specifically, let me finish.
Yeah, no, go ahead.
Because despite all the like, oh, you should vote because of the thing, they have to let you off work to vote. Like you can
Yeah.
go.
No, they don't. Not everybody.
I don't think that's a thing.
Like
Not everybody.
you can probably get
They
off
don't have-
work for
They
voting.
don't have
Doesn't
to pay you.
You can
though.
probably.
But
I like
still,
money.
you can take like 30
You
minutes.
can also wake up early or friggin' leave work early.
I mean, that's what I did.
Yeah.
But
You know-
like, you could get off. So why didn't
But
you
he
vote?
doesn't vote because he's lazy. I was yelling
That's
at him
not,
at
that's
the
not
primaries.
accurate at all. That's not
You
accurate
said that?
at all.
No, it's not a lazy
don't vote?
thing.
Huh?
You don't vote?
I have not voted. No,
You're just
ever.
actively
So-
disinterested.
It's because you're
right?
lazy?
Yeah, well, yeah, no,
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 it's not
it's
lazy.
really not.
You just don't
will,
care.
We will not let him answer.
Yeah,
Why
no.
do you not vote?
You're not allowed to answer. No.
Because first off, it was two terrible options.
But
two
but there's
horrific
other
options.
stuff
Yeah,
you vote
yeah,
for.
How
No,
old are you?
no.
When was the first time you
27.
voted for?
I'm 27.
So there was always horrible options.
Yeah,
I agree.
I've just
but
never.
I've always voted.
I've never had, and I get the people. I'm not like one of those people that are like, oh, it's a broken system, don't vote. It's just like I've never been affected with my daily life with who's in the president's office.
Well, you know you vote on other stuff too, right?
What do I don't even like things on Facebook. No, I don't vote. What's an example? What is something I would have voted for? Like what have you
there's-
voted
there's
for?
like
judges
laws.
thing?
Well,
There's
I did.
laws that you can vote
Yeah,
for.
I voted in before it was a thing. I live in Maryland, so I voted in gay marriage. Yeah, no,
Clap it up.
I'm a hero.
Clap
I'm
it
a
up.
Give him his
hero.
credit.
Here's a question: is that genetics? Would you guys
Gay
agree?
people?
or marriage.
I would go. I would
Marriage,
side
marriage.
towards genetic. Marriage, I would say, is a made-up thing to make women slaves. But what do I know?
I know sexuality is a spectrum.
pretty deep.
So
I don't know.
I think we all
just
have a
throwing it
gay
out there.
gene. Some
I
have
think there's
10,
another environmental. Some people definitely have a
Sexuality,
gay
what?
gene. You can see it in their face.
But then prison
people
people
have
No,
gay
I agree.
faces.
Is sexuality fluid or is it rigid?
like a razor.
I don't know.
I don't know if there's ever a clear-cut answer because there's like
You
Are
get
razors
me.
fluid?
Sometimes
I-
with the no,
Oh, I'm
I
sorry.
look good. No, you can.
you
talk.
do look good.
Thank you.
You can decide whether we want to take this seriously or not. But that was a real question for y'all.
yeah. I mean, because like you said, there's a kid in elementary school clearly going to grow up to be gay. We all kind of knew it as kids. You know, I'm not saying like we did anything bad to him, but like it was
But
kind of
you did.
But you
No.
did just say.
But and then there's also
You know.
like there's like that
was the 90s.
there's like that mayor of New Jersey that like came out when he was like 45 or
Dude,
something as
that
gay.
was the
So it's like
funniest thing ever. With my dad, when that happened, we were watching it, and we were just watching. We had no idea what he was going to talk about, and my dad just turns to me. He's like, "Son, I think this guy's gonna come out of the closet." I'm like, where are you picking up this information from? Who's that? Called it from like a mile away.
McGreevy.
Yeah, McGreevy.
yeah, that was his name.
Weird.
He was banging his assistant.
Yeah.
Intern or something.
It was like an Israeli soldier that he'd like made this like head of security for like the whole state of New Jersey, and it was like his fucking.
But he didn't just
that is
become a
right.
politician and then it was like, oh, I'm gay now. He was like gay as a kid, I'm sure, as well.
Well,
He
that's
had a
what I'm
wife. He
saying.
had a wife and
How
children.
do you know?
He had a
Like,
wife and children.
I meet people like that
My
all the
uncle
time.
had a
Where they
wife and
find out.
kids and
They find
gay.
out when they're like 65, and they're just like, "Fuck it."
Yeah, they're
I'm
just
gonna
like,
live the rest of my life.
I'm into it now. Like I don't
I
get
think
it.
it's what you. I think you have to look in your heart, and then say to yourself, "What do I jerk off to?" And whatever is that's it, because that's the most honest place.
mean-
that's the most honest variation of your
So
sexuality.
do you agree that what you jerk off to might change over time?
Yeah.
So sexuality is fluid.
Like
true.
your taste, like your taste bud palette changes every 7 years. I don't know if it's every
Do you-
7 years, but you do change.
Do
and
you
adapt.
see? Do you
Well, yeah,
see?
but you
can
can go from,
see?
like,
Can you
liking
see?
Boobs to asses, but you don't go from liking vaginas to dicks.
Well, that's that. Well, let's talk about it.
You,
Can we-
you
can
don't
we-
go
do-
straight
do
from that,
can
but you could probably go like gradually if you wanted to.
There's so
or
much-
if that's how it
Their
works.
answer is staying consistent, Chris.
Why is you?
Here's the real question.
You know,
I'm just
I don't think-
asking.
I
The
don't think
answer
it's
is staying
such a
consistent, though.
drastic
You gotta
shift.
respect it.
No one's ever clicked on a tranny porn? Ever?
Not on purpose.
I definitely have.
Bullshit. I don't fucking believe
definitely
that. Not on
have.
purpose.
If you don't know what TS means, then yeah, you might.
All right. Let's bring in our next and final delinquent of the night. Is he really wants to talk about tranny porn? Let's give it up for Tommie.
because you're
Turner.
too scared
Turner.
to.
Tell
hard
her that's
hitting.
what you want, you coward.
It's like in tranny porn genetics. Go.
First of all, I heard some things and I was waiting my turn, so I definitely was taking notes. Some things made the list. Okay.
that is definitely. There is nothing on that paper.
Oh no, this is the list.
He made the list.
Oh, you just made the list.
It's a drawing of my man tits.
One, what you jerk off to is not necessarily what you like. I watch a lot of weird porn. I'm talking aliens. I'm talking furries. I'm talking sometimes.
and you whack off, so you nut to it.
No.
So
the
you-
furries, yeah. Who don't want to see a big ass wolf
Hey,
fucking a horse girl? That shit
There's
is
nothing wrong with that.
amazing.
Yeah, but that's what you like.
I've never jerked
But I
off
don't want
to
to
it,
fuck
but
a
I've
horse.
seen all his videos.
You know what I'm saying? It's fun to watch. It's just like, man, if I was weird, I would. This would be cool. I get to go into
You
that
are
fantasy
you
world.
are jerking off to.
And you're not hiding
yes.
it either. Like you're telling. We all
I don't know.
now.
No, I'm very proud of what I jerk off
There's
to.
nothing wrong with that.
I will type alien.
I don't
I'll type
understand.
crippled bitch in the search box. Like I don't give a fuck.
Where's
the weirder the better.
Where is the disconnect here between him talking about he jerks off to this stuff? He's proud of it, but he's like, but this is not what I like.
I hate this furry stuff, but I can't stop milking my dick to it.
Also, I do want to point out that we just did not hit genetics. Like we just jumped right.
No, this
past
is fine.
it.
This is genetics. So sexuality is genetics, right?
So
That's
okay.
we went from gay to
can
trannies.
Can I ask a question about it?
Anything.
There's nothing wrong with jerking off to whatever you want to.
Not at all.
As long as it's adult
As long
and
as
yada
you're
yada
okay
yada.
with angels
Um,
crying,
Yeah.
you say weirdos.
But why would it be wrong for you to explore it in reality?
Like the fuck a furry.
I don't want to have sex with a horse or a wolf.
But someone like as a horse wolf.
Oh, I would
person.
do it. Oh, I've been to swingers club. I've done freaky shit. I've been to swingers clubs on Halloween. I've done some shit.
Still
okay?
trying to figure out what is the distinction between what he's doing. He's telling us he doesn't like it. I don't.
He doesn't
What do
want
you
to.
mean?
He doesn't fuck animals. Is I think what he's saying.
He says
No,
he
I
rather
know,
keep
I
it-
get what you're
he
saying.
rather
I get
keeps it
what
in
you're
the
saying.
fantasy
Okay,
realm.
just because he said something.
Right.
He said something else. Not that I have, but I have seen it. But if I look at a tranny porn, I don't mean I want to go sleep with a tranny,
Exactly.
does it?
No,
You know what I'm saying?
I agree with
I mean,
you
does
because
it?
no,
I
no, because there's
agree.
a different level between shame you're willing to let people see and shame that's
You're
just for
willing
you.
to, that's like,
you're
all right,
just
I watch Scarface. That don't mean I'm gonna start selling coke and killing people. You see what I'm saying?
You're right, but I don't know if you have to act on your sexuality for it to still be your sexuality.
Shit.
Because isn't beating off to it acting on it?
Yes.
It is
yeah.
an action.
Yeah.
It's a verb.
That's true.
What if you just watch those videos and don't jerk to them?
I mean, that's something different then.
Then
You're
you're
wasting your time.
Have you
That
seen
could just be
adults
analysis.
fucking furry outfits? Because that shit's hilarious.
It's awesome.
Fucking
It's
turn me on.
great.
It's good.
Yeah. So
I've seen
you
a whole
find-
club of people doing it, like in furry. I want some real shit. Like it was
You like
awesome.
group
Can I just
furry
hang out
sex?
with you?
I like
It was
furry.
awesome. We'll go. It's called Saints.
too.
It's called Saints and Sinners. It's
All
called
right.
it's cost $100 to get in. That
We'll-
covers
we'll-
2 people. It's BYOB.
We'll talk
Go get
after
some
this.
hoes.
This sounds,
Yeah.
sounds like a
Go get
deal,
some
though.
hoes.
Do they have a mic?
I think that's. I think.
Sign
It's,
me
I,
up
yo,
on my
can I
mic.
say something, Stena? I think it's interesting.
Always.
I think it's interesting that you have somebody that would rather keep their more unorthodox pleasures, sexual pleasures, deviant even, in the fantasy
Yo,
realm.
why is that deviant?
And if
It's
it's to
outside
him,
the
to him it
Okay.
is because he'd
Okay.
rather keep it in the fantasy realm.
To most people, it is.
But there's other people that act on that,
And that's
or,
cool.
or would, or they indulge that pleasure with other parties.
So,
and they don't keep it in the fantasy realm; they make it a reality.
It's a weird
They
thing
don't
about
just rub; they just don't touch themselves. You
the
know.
word deviant is tricky.
Well, I'm just
To-
curious
I'm,
if that was.
I'm
because
saying
of-
so.
That's a genetic-
So my usage of the word deviant in this case,
yeah.
in any case that I use it tonight, is going to be in terms of what that person, how that person approaches the world.
Right.
It's a reason why he keeps that.
Well, for the
shit
record,
in the fantasy
MILF
realm.
porn is my favorite. Let's just put that. I don't want to make it like I just
But you're
type
not.
in weird
But
shit.
you would
pretty
jerk off to
conventional.
tranny porn,
Right.
but you wouldn't.
No, I
fucking
didn't say
tranny.
that.
He
I
definitely
didn't-
went more centrist
jerked
with the
the-
MILF porn. He
Yeah.
wanted. He knew he was going too far left.
See, that's how.
You would
that's
jerk
how-
off to a
that is-
tranny, but
He tried to go back.
you would,
But that is
Tommy,
my shit.
you would jerk off to a tranny, but you wouldn't.
I didn't say that.
But you, but all right. So look,
people
listen
who
to
are
me.
transgender.
Listen to me. If you
tranny's
haven't,
a bad
have you ever
word.
been aroused by looking at tranny porn? Have you ever been aroused?
Now you know what happened with that train
See?
that time. That's
So
why you
look,
asking me that.
so-
I didn't know.
So you rather get a.
No.
So
First
you
of all,
ra-
I didn't know. I
hold
didn't
up,
know.
everyone. Shoot.
That bitch was bad. All right. That bitch was bad. All right. I didn't fucking know.
So you just set him up on a tranny story, huh?
Yeah, he
No,
did. No,
no,
because he
I'm
seen
making
me
a point.
crying. I was upset.
I think he needs
Set
to
himself up.
tell the
He's
whole
seen me
story.
crying.
Right?
That's up to him.
I'm not trying to put him out. I'm not trying to
No,
put him
I
out.
meant
Look,
this-
I've been aroused by tranny
He
porn.
will.
like,
I know he will tell the story, but you've been aroused
I've
by.
been aroused by
She wasn't.
tranny
She
porn.
wasn't attractive before we knew what was going
Some
on.
of these trannies be looking like
we was
real,
both
like,
looking
yo,
at that
they,
bitch on the
yo,
on the
look,
phone
You
like
can like
yo.
whatever you want.
And then when she gave me the
So-
number,
All right, go ahead.
This is America. What do you think about it?
I had
you
a
watch
point.
transgender
no, go ahead.
porn?
I'm
gonna
sorry.
make my point.
No, I'm sorry. Go ahead, cause I went to. No, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut him off. Make your point, but I'm just saying. You know what happened with that train. I mean,
I will say I think it's very unfair that they weren't upfront with their gender, their sex with you first. I think that is important in
Right.
clarity. No, I have no interest in trans. I work in theater and I am so painfully straight. Like I'm the most like.
That's something a beard would say.
yeah.
No, but like I'm always.
So-
I'm
Guys,
wait,
let me tell you how straight I am.
So look,
I'm in the theater. It's like
So
false.
Gorin, can I tell you something, Gorin? I feel the same way, right? But when you see them and they look just like a real woman,
Okay,
You-
then what are you
you-
attracted to then? Are you attracted
The
to
physical woman
the
look?
female
Or the mystique.
sex, or are you attracted to the construct of what a woman is in
He
our
said
society?
Mystique.
can I say both? Because that's interesting.
Whoa.
I mean,
whoa. So wait, what do we need to talk about as friends? Because I didn't.
because look, and you've seen the transsexual who looks just like a dime woman, and
Yeah.
you've been tricked, so to say,
Many times.
right? So, but what does that mean?
I mean, when you visually, many times visually.
So what does
I
that
don't
say?
like.
So I mean, that's a legitimate question that he's
His
posing.
life
What
is
does that
different
say?
than
Can I
ours.
just ask a question? Pre-op, what pick would you have taken this person in gym class?
Wait, what? Wait, pre.
Like, what was the bill? Was it feminine or was it like more?
Oh,
man-
this was a bad bitch. This
Oh,
bitch
all
had the
right.
big titties
All right,
and
sorry.
the fat
No,
ass. And
Right?
this bitch was, you know, she was bad.
I want to see. I want to see a sitcom where Tommy gets tricked by a different trainer every week. Got me again. Like that.
Look, man,
That's what it's called. Come on again.
And like the circle like fades in.
I just realized what my superpower would be.
avoid identify bulges and
I could
skirts.
just know. I could just know. I would just know if you were a man.
That's the weirdest spider sense.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much.
Just look
What
at
do
the
you think about
hands.
transgender people cage fighting?
Interesting.
Clothed
Cage
or
fighting
nude?
with each other?
No, not each. Okay, so this is a thing I've been talking about a lot.
To who?
A lot.
Okay,
Who?
so
Exactly.
It sounds dehumanizing.
I can beat out a bit real quick. So sorry.
Beat out.
Yeah.
Giggity.
Boom.
Beat out a
Transgender.
bit
Bet
about
out a
trans.
bit about
Do you think
transgenders.
transgender people should use the same bathroom? Absolutely. Do you think that they should fight cisgendered women in the blood sport of cage fighting?
It sounds so dehumanizing. Like,
Cisgender.
come on.
There's a lot
Cisgender
of problems
means
with that.
what's cisgender? That means straight.
That means regular street,
It means the shit you were born with.
traditional street.
The shit you were born with.
The shit that genetics gave you.
Genetics.
What if genetics gave you some
traditional-
fucked
Oh,
up
yeah,
shit? Like some
genetics.
people get their shits all fucked up.
Yeah,
they're
what
born
if-
with.
Here's
If you have
I
two,
hate this dumb term,
if you have
man.
two dicks,
I hate this shit.
what term?
Cis.
Oh,
Fuck,
Genetic.
Man.
if you have two dicks, is that a different gender?
That's an awesome gender
Okay,
for
so-
you.
No, there are
fucking
people
Captain
born
Awesome.
with two.
I know,
people
and I've
born with
watched
both
it on
genitals.
porn. Now you type it in.
There's
It's awesome.
two dick porn, huh?
It's awesome. It's awesome. to watch.
I'm such a
It's awesome.
CGI.
There's people born with both
genetics.
genitals, both ovaries
I
and
think one
penises.
dick's like a
How
little
about
dick, like a
this?
thumb
How
dick.
about this?
Yeah.
Hold on.
Yeah, one small,
One
and
at
one
a
just.
time. Go.
Okay, how about this? You're born with two dicks. One of them, your dick is gay, and the other dick is straight.
Oh man, then you're bisexual.
Yeah.
I guess. Is that? I guess.
Is it like one would get hard but not the other? Is that how you would know?
Unless you
Yeah, the
had
other
a
one just
vagina
chill.
and a dick.
Yeah.
Then they'd both be hard.
The one that's not hard. The one that's not
This is Spidey
hard.
says right here. So if you're with a woman and then your gay dick gets hard, you know that that's not
Yeah,
a
you
woman.
know she's straight.
So you need two dicks.
Yeah.
Did the two dick porn guys?
But does it really
how
matter?
Many, how many balls
Does
do they
it really
have?
Go to
matter.
xnxx.com.
I don't want to see it. How many balls?
Usually
I'm
about
just
4. Usually 2 to 4.
Well, hold on.
Usually about
Wait a
4.
minute. Does it really matter if the dick's like gay or not? Because the floppy,
care if
the
your dick's
floppy
gay.
dick
It's
is going to
just-
be hitting the
it's-
hard dick, and that's going to feel good
Well,
regardless.
I'm just saying, if you have a dude and a chick, and you have a gay dick and a straight dick, then you're fine. You got two dicks.
But the dick that doesn't get the dick that
Y'all
doesn't
just
get
said. Y'all
hard.
just said. Y'all
The
just
dick
said.
that
Dick.
doesn't get hard.
Two dick Tommy.
The dick that doesn't get hard.
One's messy,
The
one's
floppy
major.
one is still going to flap onto the
The
hard
guy
dick, and
with
it's
a
going to
fucking
feel
gay
good.
dick.
No,
So it's still part of the process.
Because the flaccid,
Everyone, calm down. We're talking about two dicks and
the flaccid dick.
balls.
Yeah, the flaccid
the flaccid dick's just gonna have that like energy of like, when's this gonna be over?
Right.
Like it's not gonna be.
Y'all
But
have
if it
officially
taps,
said dick
if it taps the
53
erect
times.
dick, if it taps the erect dick, that means it's gonna add to the good
No,
feelings.
see, I'm taking it as like a shoulder nudge. Like, let's get out of here.
Hold on, man. Where that white penny?
Like, let's leave.
Wait,
Like,
if you have two dicks and only two balls, can both dicks come?
yeah.
has anyone come soft?
Is that even
Flaccid,
possible?
I don't think
Yeah,
flaccid dicks
I
can
think
come.
so. I don't know.
I think so because I think you can come with one ball.
I've looked up a lot of shit on
I
the
think they
internet.
work like
I've
with
never
kidneys.
looked up soft cum.
I knew a kid who lost a testicle. It got like twisted. But the other testicle, it just enlarges to compensate for the one that's gone.
So like blind people
But, well, no.
being able to see better. No, not see.
Nah, yeah.
Here, you know, Ben Affleck.
Yeah. Yeah, he has
Daredevil,
one ball.
You
Yeah.
get me? No.
So genetics.
There's
If
a
your
new-
dad has 2 dicks, are you born with 2?
I think
that
it's
a
probably a
recessive trait?
recessive
It's probably a
trait.
recessive
So you probably
trait,
your
yeah.
mom needs a 2-dick gene too.
Okay,
from
I
her
don't
dad.
never mention my mom and dick in the same sentence
I don't
ever
mean-
again. My
in order
mom
for
is
this
a
to
virgin
happen,
and a saint.
No, in order
When
for
I
this to
say-
happen, though,
when
your
I-
mom would have to have the recessive 2-dick gene.
My mom's a virgin and a saint. Okay,
So she, but you
and we
can
will
still,
drop this topic right now.
You can still have, you can still have the two.
I don't even know what the topic is.
It ain't my mom and dick, so
Genetics.
just move the fuck
Genetics.
on.
Hold up, you could still. Hold up, everyone. You could still have 2-dick gene and be your mom and be a good person. Like they're not.
Two Dick Jeans sounds like a rap group. Like,
Right?
Came out of the worst part of Miami in the 80s.
Pretty fucking much. You know what I just thought? You know what? Because I didn't actually answer it. I actually had a superpower when I was a young boy, and it was called. I'm not gonna bullshit. It was called Second Chance Man. It was like a thing where, you know, you do something or you say some stupid shit, and then you'd be like, I wish I could go back. I could go back. that
In
was my
time?
power. Just in that instant. As I grew up.
Isn't that
He's
that's
really
called
trying
like
to change this
like you would
subject hard.
apologize,
No, but it never happened. Like I could go back and be
but
like,
you just never
Yeah, but
acted.
yo-
like you
for
have a
this.
fucking chick and you be like, I wish I never even met that bitch.
Nigga
You could
changed
go
the
back
shit out
and
of
you
the
never
subject.
met her.
Okay.
Like that type of stuff. As
You
I got
could do
older,
that?
my superpower became I
Changing
could
the
never
subjects.
catch any STD ever.
That sounds
Ever.
like schizophrenia.
So now you're just clean.
Tommy's mutant power is changing subjects.
That's right. That's right. Leave my mom alone. Shit.
Your mom's a wonderful lady, I'm sure.
No, she's not.
No, this was all hypotheticals, though.
Okay.
Tommy. We
When I
wasn't-
say your, I
wasn't
don't
freaking
mean
out.
your. I mean
I know, I'm fucking
your.
with you.
Hypothetical.
It's an umbrella
I-
phrase.
I
What
take
I-
him for his word.
What I got
think-
out of this second chance man was like, first chance man blew that transgender, and the second chance man was like telling the story like, nah, I left. Once I found out, I was just
Okay, now I gotta let them know what happened because you got niggas thinking
thank God for second chance man. Got me out
it,
there right in time.
we never even met.
No,
I met
no,
this
yeah.
chick on the internet. I was hype about her. You was hype about her too.
It's internet.
And she gave
I
me-
admit.
She was-
Sometimes the transsexuals
She's
get
attractive.
me
She
aroused.
gave me
I
her
ain't
number
gonna hold you.
when I called her. It was like,
Transgender,
I'm trying to
whatever
see
y'all
you.
call it. Whatever y'all call
That's
it.
when she
I'm
told
sorry.
me, and I
don't
was
know.
like, you know, I was like, yo,
I'm
I'm
just
not trying to be
busting
rude,
balls.
nothing personal.
we just busting
I'm just
balls.
not into that. It's cool, and you know, it was we left it at that. But you had to put it out to 90,000 people
I was
listening.
making a point.
Yeah. 90,000
Making a
people.
point. My point
I'm
was
trying to hype up the show.
sexuality.
I believe you.
Sexuality. Fluid or rigid, and it sounds like it's fluid.
Fluid. That sounds like Trojan condom names.
It sounds like it's fluid,
Fluid,
but some
rigid.
people have some people, including myself, including you, we are committed to keeping it strictly to the opposite because that's what really turns us on.
Tell them about the training in AC.
Oh.
Jesus,
Y'all
you guys
doing
got
each other
layers.
dirty.
What the fuck is going on?
But you gotta recognize.
Hold up.
You gotta recognize.
Anybody listen now, if you want to call in and ask Bino or Tommie or anyone else about transsexuals, you can call in at 877-587-6833, 877-587-6833. And you can, and what's the AC training story?
And for the
Nah, I don't
record,
got
I'm just
AC
fucking
training.
around. No, he do have
I
one.
got.
but-
So can I say this? I want to shut up after
I
this.
caught mine
I wanna
before
say
it
this.
happened.
So look, if you recognize as a human being, male or female or whatever you got going on,
Koala.
right? If you recognize your erogenous zones are
Say that
far,
again?
far and few between. Like there's so many erogenous zones in your body, and they can
What's
be
that mean? What's it?
The hot pot.
the hot spots. That's right. There's a lot of hot spots. So
Like in
mi-
Three
so
Ninjas with their buttons?
There you
heterosexual
go.
males do
The
not
one
like
that make them go
hold up.
ding, yeah.
Heterosexual
Yeah.
males do not like to admit that there are hot spots in the nether regions.
I'm gonna draw
Okay?
them for you.
That's what and it's
You mean
it's
your
due to a lot-
butthole?
around that region,
And your
region, yes.
taint?
So since we don't
happened
want
here?
since we don't want to deal with that erogenous zone and that reality that is actually something that might be pleasurable, we stick to what we know.
I feel like you're projecting. I feel like this is your own personal problem. I don't have it, and
I
you're
feel
think-
I feel like Brandon's dad when
I
he was
think I just
watching
kept
the
it
mayor
real.
about to
I think
come
I just
out.
kept it way
That's
all
what's
the way
about to
100.
happen with
I think I
Bino.
just kept it all the way 100. What you think?
I needed to just ask a couple more questions, but I was with you.
Yeah.
You were
See,
you were on a roll.
I
Yeah.
think AC Tranny should be the name of this sitcom.
I think this is how I felt.
Hold up. So what? These are the hotspot zones.
These are your usual hotspot zones.
So you have nipples,
Yes, nipples,
neck.
neck. Yes.
Is that belly button or vagina? Penis.
That's belly button, vagina, penis, and butt.
There we
Wait,
go.
wait, what
Thank
are
you,
these?
Mr.
Say-
Brandon Gorin.
These are
What-
your
name,
magic.
name those four again.
Also,
Nipples, neck, vagina, butthole, dick.
And what are we naming? Also,
Hotspots.
Okay.
Shocker, the dick and vagina
alright.
would be.
And
hot.
are you saying feet?
and feet for some people.
so some
Where did
people,
you-
yeah.
Also,
yeah, yeah,
armpits now apparently. That's
yeah.
a big thing right now.
Some hoes do like getting tickled.
I did hear about
like
licking.
unshaved.
Only the host
At one
does.
of the live shows, we had there's a person who likes
like
licking
tickling.
nipples. Not nipples, that's normal. Licking armpits.
Yeah, I was getting ready to say.
You know
what
what's
that was
funny?
about.
Can I ask y'all something? Is guys? This is something I come across with a problem with women all the time. And I'm not trying to be funny. This is 100% real shit. I do not like my balls to be touched at all.
I'm with you.
They're very ticklish and
My
sensitive.
balls don't need that much
I
attention
don't want
during
them
sex.
sucked. I don't want them fondled. Like, and
My
I'll be
balls
like,
don't
chill,
need no
don't touch my
attention.
nuts. And it seems like when you don't want your balls touched, that's when girls want to touch them. When you're like, don't touch my balls, they're like, oh my god, I want to suck them now. And I'm just like, I don't want them sucked.
I don't have that problem.
Is that just me?
They stay away from my balls too.
Okay, because they don't know what the fuck they doing.
Can I?
They might massage them, but they're not real.
I feel
like,
bad for all
aggressive.
these women that were just reading Cosmopolitan magazine, and the first person they hooked up with, they was like, I don't
No,
understand.
don't touch the bitch. Leave my nuts alone.
Yeah.
Can you suck my dick and keep the fuck moving?
Can I?
let's
25 minutes, yeah.
let's fucking go.
Can I add a hotspot? Because I had a
Nice.
Hey, you have to draw it first.
I have to draw it. I have to doodle it.
Is there any beer left?
Probably not.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know why. I'm just gonna circle.
You?
Yeah.
Good, yeah.
I like
I
that.
had-
This, I like
Yo,
that
I said you like an
all
asshole,
about
I'm sorry.
genetics.
You need it.
There's a lot of
one.
expensive
I
shit.
I
Yeah.
had an ex.
Go.
We got a caller. Or?
No, just you need to talk.
I got I had an ex-girlfriend who
Yeah, any
loved
extra
her
spots?
ears being like nibbled on and shit and kissed and
Nice.
stuff.
Yeah.
Nice.
But she would do that shit to me, and I was not into it at all. So I'm wondering, is that a hot spot? Anyone else
How
run
old
into
were
that?
you when that
That's your hot
happened?
spot.
I was probably 20.
It's a personal,
I feel like
it's a
ears
personal
goes
hot spot.
away as hot spot. I think like in high school, that's like the hottest thing. Is like, oh yeah, and then I stuck her. If
Like
someone,
that
think
ringtone
your hot
that was
spots
just
could
that
change.
frequency,
Yeah.
like over a certain age you couldn't hear it. Like,
yeah, there it is.
Your hot spots can
All right, I
change,
got it.
man. Yo, your hot spots can change.
Where's your hot spots, Bino?
I like my dick getting sucked, and I like ass
Really?
pounding on my thighs.
Dick getting
There's something
sucked?
about
Nuh-uh.
that region.
I
So
like
my
when I'm getting
thighs.
it missionary and the chick squeeze my butt and pull me into her. I like that.
I find
I
that
do.
I
ticklish.
think you're gay.
I f- You don't like when the chick squeeze your butt and pull you in? It's like she jerking off with you. You know what I mean?
Like she's just using you.
I like when
to
chicks
just talk,
use
like,
me to beat off. I like
Bino
that.
is just shitting on you today.
A lot. Tell them about the trainee AC story, baby.
Tranny.
See, I didn't even meet
It
mine.
was tranny in Miami.
I never-
it was the truth. The
My-
Miami,
oh, even
not
worse.
AC.
I never met mine.
I just got tricked. I didn't
Mine
know
was
it
an
was a
internet
tranny.
thing, and then she told
And
me.
the tranny
You
touched my
both-
dick.
Whoa. One tranny story at a time.
Yeah, it's too much. Too many
Tell me the
layers.
same one.
I
Says
never
you.
met mine. It was an
And
internet
you
thing.
met yours in
So,
Miami?
Yeah, it was in Miami, and she was.
Oh.
You
she,
paid airfare
She
for
was
it.
feeling me, and I was feeling her.
Him.
So I didn't know.
Whatever they prefer to be called is what they're
I'm
called.
just fucking with
So when she touched
Right?
me,
Is that
that's when
how-
she was like, "Oh, I gotta tell you," and then
So you got it?
Wait, so
so I got disrespected real quick. You know what I mean? But,
Disrespect.
My friend Josh got it so
That's what I'm gonna
bad.
start calling. Yo, that bitch was just disrespecting my dick. You know what I mean, she was disrespecting my dick all day.
If you're just listening to this, he's doing,
Let's go to the club and get some disrespect.
he's doing the
These bitches.
universal blowjob symbol while he's saying
throw some
that.
respect
It's
on my
called a
dick.
nori.
Throw some respect on my dick,
The
dog.
Noriega.
That's what I had to tell. I had to tell that bitch. Throw some respect on my dick, bitch.
When mine was like, I got something to tell you, I was like, what, you got a boyfriend?
No,
She is
Like, well, my boyfriend got a boyfriend. I was like, oh, all right.
Damn, she's
I've
attached.
been in my boyfriend.
Yeah. I was like, thanks for telling me.
What if they had the full surgery done? Did these people still have the dicks?
Interesting question.
I don't know. I didn't get that far, and I didn't want to.
Question,
I'm
man.
just saying.
I feel
Cross
like
that
I
bridge.
feel like
Cross
I feel
that
like
bridge
you-
when I get there.
I feel like you two are not pulling post op. I feel like you're not pulling it.
If it feels,
They don't have post-op game? Is that what you're saying?
if it feels like an inside out dick, I don't think I want no parts.
Y'all can all disrespect me.
No,
All y'all can disrespect my shit.
I
bitch.
love your honesty. Just keep it going. So
I'm
did you ever
fine.
sleep with an animal?
I've slept with a girl with animals in the bed.
What?
Elaborate.
Like cats and dogs.
like a menagerie.
With KC, remember she was all in the cats and shit, and she would always purring me out. And when I would hit,
These
she
cats
had like
disrespect
4 or
my
5
dick.
cats in the bed. And
And the lady would purr too, like
she
a
used
cat?
to love. She was really in the cat. She used to purr.
I saw a porn
was
about
she-
this.
was she
Remember
like a
I was
furry?
talking about
She
that
was
on
she
the
was
last
just
show?
a freaky catty girl.
But she wasn't like a
Definitely
furry.
was.
no.
Okay.
But y'all seen Caddyshack? Anybody?
Caddyshack's a
Yeah.
great
Have you
movie.
seen- it's a
There's a
great
I've
movie.
gopher.
seen it.
It's
Did
in
you
your-
watch it yet?
It's in Hollywood's jeans. It's in Hollywood good movie jeans.
You're stupid.
It has that.
No
Talking
offense.
about.
Have you seen
Caddyshack?
Caddyshack?
What does
Oh
that
yeah,
have to
that's
do
an
with what
old
we were
that's an
talking
old ass
about?
I
movie.
bring it up every time,
Hollywood jeans.
Yo,
and so he's making fun of me.
I don't know if everybody heard that, You two ain't pulling posts up is the most amazing burn I've ever heard. Like I'm gonna use it and then I'm gonna fucking like.
We're not pulling
be like,
post up.
Oh, dude. Oh, that's I've burned some people really good, but like I got hurt. Oh god, it was so. Oh, I never want to piss you off. I am so afraid of you. Like you look like
He's
you
gonna tell
carry
you
a
you can't
knife.
hook up with a questionable man. Is that's your?
Don't
big
give
fear?
Brandon too much
Brandon dig
credit
deep.
right
Brandon
now.
dig
Don't,
deep.
don't hype him up too much right now.
Silas, you've been silent. What do you think about trend butter?
There
Yo,
are
I
people-
respect it.
Silas done
there-
busted 3 nights.
Yeah.
He done busted 3 nuts already.
You know, I've just been fucking splooshing on the table. No, it's cool. I don't give a shit. Why would
Have
I
you
care?
ever had an experience
No,
like that?
You never been
I have not been
disrespected?
hanging out with Bino and Tommie that much. I don't get to do the cool shit.
We be around the
wish-
world, man.
I
Who said
wish
this
I
was-
had
who said
that
this was
much.
cool.
It's pretty fucking cool.
Well, at least you're trying. You know,
You know what
you're
I'm
trying
saying?
to get laid,
Yeah.
and then you get confused.
You know, you have
and then you
wacky
think, then you're like, oh,
misadventures.
should I do it anyway?
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
You can't tell on the
get it.
internet. I can't tell.
Conundrums.
yeah.
Conundrums. Genetics. This bitch was
what
genetically
genet-
a man
that's
and
what
she was
genetics-
pretty as fuck.
Has anyone seen Bailey J?
no.
No, who's that?
The wrestler girl?
Nah, she's just a
Speaking of wrestling, I
a
see,
transgender that looks really like a female.
The black
see,
actress
you
chick?
know, let's talk. We know.
Like,
Wait, whoa.
That's
See,
what I'm saying. It's like
you know names.
that's the only one I know.
Nope.
I mean, I'm not gonna hide it.
Don't want to hear it.
Nope.
I'm not, yeah, you're not shaming me in the slightest bit. I've never gotten blown by one, so
Me neither.
I just watch from a distance.
me neither.
Just-
Who's that?
That Bailey J?
Yeah, you want in?
Yeah.
Is that a man or a
Oh,
woman?
so you know who she is?
No, I just
Okay.
typed
Is
in.
that a
I
man
just-
or a
okay.
woman? Is
No,
Bailey,
Is
I
she?
heard
I
Is,
what you
appreciate the
said.
assist.
Is she
I like
hot?
the assist.
is Bailey a man
she
or a
hot?
woman?
She's attractive.
would you do her?
So it is a she.
I mean,
I'm
See, it's
engaged.
circumstantial.
I'm engaged. I don't sleep
All
with anything
circumstantial.
except the.
So if you had
engaged
enough
G.
coke and you ain't had to work tomorrow, you'll fuck Bailey J.
I don't.
I
do
wouldn't.
coke.
Okay.
She has
I'm an
bangs, and I
adult.
fucking hate bangs.
I'm a ponytail man.
I like pigtails, but only like that tight pigtail, the one that goes like straight down. That's a thing. I know.
I don't worry about hair, man.
But here's the question. That's
I like
the
long
question right there.
and long hair.
Being
See, so this is the thing.
I
right?
can't see her.
This is what I'm talking about. They're getting really good.
They're
They're really
good.
getting really good at this shit,
You want
man. So I mean,
I don't know where this conversation is going.
I don't got nothing else to say, but they're getting really good. That's all I got to say.
I think you guys aren't being honest, completely as honest.
Angelina Jolie.
I couldn't have been more honest.
They-
That's what I was about to say. Other
Link,
than-
did you see a
than
picture?
two.
Did you see the picture? Come on,
I'll hand it
it's
over.
getting too. Come on, man, this is unfair.
We are.
All right.
Oh yeah. See,
So,
that
so
ain't. Yeah.
who? All
We're
right,
running out of
we got a whole bunch of performers here. What we got going on?
I'm gonna be a G.
Hold up.
I'm gonna be a G and say this straight up. Now, if I didn't know this was a dude, if I saw this in the club, just in the club, I'd be like, damn, that's what's up.
Right.
That's you can't blame yourself for that. I'm a
There's
man.
nothing
I'm a.
wrong with it.
Yeah,
No.
why
I'm
would you
just
blame
saying.
yourself?
I'm just saying because people,
People
when
are
I talk
hating
about
me.
what you did on the internet.
Okay,
Silas,
Tommy, what do you got going on?
Yeah.
We're gonna do plugs now and then
plugs,
this.
Okay.
because we wrapping
Show.
up, y'all. This is a
Okay.
good show. Thanks for coming out, y'all. Thank you.
You know
Thanks
why
for
are you
having us.
laughing? Pay attention. You're coming up eventually.
We all going to the club after this. I got a joint actually with being December 3rd in South Jersey. Stand up. Marshawn Brandon is his name,
Yeah.
and Eddie Bryant, and it's thrown together by Mr. Bob Sumner. Shout out to Laugh Mob. Other than that, man, I'm chilling.
Yeah. Silas,
Cool.
what are you doing? You do things. Go.
Yeah, come out to the Grape Room every Tuesday at 8 o'clock in Manayunk. That's it.
And you can always call in live from Grape Room. That goes
Yeah,
great.
right.
Yeah. Brandon, go.
I got a show tomorrow at Good Good Comedy Theater. It's a wrestling themed show, so if you're a wrestling person, it's gonna be fucking dope. I got a show December 2nd, Comedy for Gentlemen. I got a show coming up in January, another good show. That's going to be the Frog Show. That's going to be about tough books. I'm thinking Gravity's Rainbow, Infinite Jest, that stuff. You can see me at
That's a good book.
which one?
Infinite Jest.
Oh, dude, I haven't got through it yet. I'm trying. It's my
Figure
it's my
it
next
out.
year. We got to talk about that shit. Fuck. Yeah. So you can see him at the mics, and I'll see you at the mics.
Yeah. You go, Kay.
No shows, but if you want to check out my podcast, it's called Unheard of.
Unheard of. Check that out. It's interesting. I was on it before, I think.
I never heard of it.
No. That was the other failed
Stinner,
one.
what the fuck?
failed.
Stinner,
I've been on a
you
bunch of
lying ass
things,
motherfucker.
But you're more than welcome.
I'll be on it, Bino. It's not your turn to talk. Shut up. Go, Jackson.
Okay, I got a couple things coming up. I'm gonna be on Comedy Underdogs this Saturday. at
That's a great
Dodge.
show.
I'm
I've
gonna
been on that
be-
one, Bino.
Yeah.
Me
If
too.
you can't make that, I'll be at Tattoo Momedy on
Hell yeah.
Tuesday. And then if you're from Delaware and you listen to this, I don't know why. If you might be, it could happen.
No,
Delaware,
Delaware people love me.
You like this?
I go
Okay,
to
good.
Delaware all the time.
Okay, so
Delaware
if you're
City.
Delaware on November 25th, Black Friday, Spaceport Comedy Club in downtown Wilmington. It's going to be me, Scooter Wilkerson, Anthony Moore, and James Camacho going to be at the Spaceport Comedy
That's a
Club.
good
Hell
show.
yeah.
That's
Shout out to
good.
Anthony Moore just getting it in.
That's what's
Yeah,
up.
he's
Shout out
on
to
that
Anthony
Kevin
Moore.
Hart joint.
Shout out to Anthony Moore. Shout out to Skeet, man.
Shout out to only them two from off that show.
Yeah. That other dude you had beef with.
The little short unfunny boy. Oh, I don't
If
know.
you want to hear about that, listen to one of the last episode he was on. He was yelling at the end of but that's beside Bino, go.
Oh, so I don't really feel like talking about what I got going
Well,
on.
we got the same show. I promoted us. We good.
I got things too, because I'm better than you, but it's no, I'm kidding. Milk Boy Thursday. Google that. I don't know. That's a show.
Nice. That's a good show.
Yeah, it's fun.
Giggity.
Fun stuff.
And yeah, check out our show every Tuesday.
This the link with life. This the link with life. This the link with life.
The next live show is Wednesday, December 26th at Good Good Comedy Theater at 10 o'clock. It's a great show. Check it out. Thanks for listening, everybody. Have a good
All right.
All right. Cool. Nobody talked about.
We talked about it.